Yo, what's up, Diamond family? It's your man VV, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, I got a really special video for you guys today. Today, we're taking it back. This is for the beginners out there. I'm going to be showing you guys the beginner tips you need to use Pro Tools to get those industry quality vocals. So if you're new to Pro Tools or you've been around for a minute, you just don't really have a solid foundation, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know right now. So look, man, I won't overtalk it, but if you're still struggling to get your vocals and your beat to balance out perfectly every single time, check out my free course down below. It's going to teach you how to balance out the vocals and the beat flawlessly every single time. It takes about 15 minutes and it's completely free. So check that out down below. All right. So that's over with. Let's jump right into the track. I'll let you hear it and then we'll talk about some of these tips. Let's get it.
Look at my bitch, she nothing but bad. Bad for my mental, but good for a shag. Bitch get to tweaking whenever she mad. Pussy too lethal, too leave for grabs. Love is just something we equally lack. Don't do no kissing, got beef from the back. If she not wifey, she calling me Jack. Most get it twice, then no calling me back. Look, pussy.
Cool. As you can hear, man, the song sounds good. It's recorded well. The problem is it's a little bit low. Now, this isn't really a part of what I'm teaching you guys, so you can, kind of just take this with a grain of salt, but I'm going to add a clipper to add some volume, some saturation, and to keep our song from clipping. So the song is very dynamic, I can tell, because in between these transients, which are most likely the kick and the snare, there's not a lot of information, right? These sections in between are a lot more quiet than the kicks and the snares are. So that tells me the song is going to be very dynamic. I mean, it's got a lot of variation between the loud parts and the quiet parts. That's generally not a good thing when you're trying to get the song industry loud. And so I'm going to use this clipper to help us get there a little bit faster. That's all. All right, so let's dive into this. Let's hear it louder first.
Look at my bitch, she nothing but bad. Bad for my mental, but good for a shag. Bitch get to tweaking whenever she mad. Pussy too lethal, too leave for grab.
Cool, that sounds good. So let's dive into some of these Pro Tools tips. So first of all, if you're a beginner in Pro Tools, welcome. And this might look a little bit complicated and a little bit daunting, but I promise you it's not. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can get a better idea of what the session looks like. And the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is one button shortcuts. So make sure that when you open up your Pro Tools session, regardless of if you have a template loaded up or not, make sure that if you go over here to the right side of the screen, this A to Z button is turned yellow. That's just going to make working in Pro Tools a lot easier. All right, now the next thing you'll notice is that I have this red channel right here that's set up as a recording channel. Now, this is interesting, and I don't think you don't work this way in any other DAW, but in Pro Tools, you absolutely do. If you're recording rap vocals, you want to have a recording channel set up. You want to always have it armed to record. So you want to have this armed, meaning it's ready to go. You can just hit one button and start recording. Second to that is you want to come up here and have the recording mode set to quick punch. And I'm going to show you guys why that's important. So let's just say we want to record this channel. Let's just say he was going to record this verse again, right? So here, let's mute out what we have, and let's just say he's going to record this verse again.
Look at my clothes, look at my drip, look at my hoes, look at my whip. She nothing but bad.
So as you can see, I missed the first bar, right? I hit record a little bit too late. Now, as long as you've got quick punch set up and you have this track armed to record, you won't miss anything. You can always drag back to wherever you started playing from. So as long as the track is playing, it's recording everything. As long as you remember to hit record before you stop the playback, you can recover everything if you missed a punch. And so this is crucial when you're recording rap vocals, because a lot of times the artist just might not know if you're just playing back, or they just might want to start rapping. You might catch an extra ad lib, anything like that. You want to be ready and able to just hit a quick button and have everything recorded back from when you started playing. And so one thing I'll tell people in the studio, a lot of times I'll play something back for them. They're like, oh man, you were recording that? Like, I had no idea. We're always recording. If the track is playing, I'm recording, right? So make sure that you use the quick punch mode so you can punch in and punch out really easily, and you'll never miss a take as long as you keep your track armed and you're in quick punch mode, right? So that's one of the big things about recording rap vocals. Once you're recording that quick punch, you can drag it down here into like I call that into the session. And so you're actually taking it from like your recording channel and adding it to your effects and your buses and that kind of thing within your session. So you want to make sure that you're using that recording channel, right? So the other thing about Pro Tools that I don't know a lot of other DAWs use is up here, and it's called the Audio Suite. The Audio Suite is a great way to use plugins without taking up an insert slot and without using automation. So I'll show you on the beat. So let's say on the beat, I want to put like a little slowdown at the end of this verse, right? But I don't want to have to load in a tape stop plugin and then automate it to slow down at this particular section, whatever. So I'll go to the Audio Suite and I'll go to Pitch Shift and I'll use Verify. And these plugins come with Pro Tools. There's nothing special about them. Well, I won't say there's nothing special, but you know, they're not third party or anything. I can highlight the section I want and just hit render and boom.
Felony taking me.
I can just hit playback the section.
Felony taking me out. But look at my hoes. Look at my whip. Look at my clothes.
So cool.
Felony taking me out. But look at my hoes. Look at my.
Yeah, and as you can see, it just gives us a really quick, smooth transition. Let's try something different. So let's go for the second half of this verse, right? Yeah, let's go here, the second half of this verse. We'll go back to the Audio Suite. We'll kind of grab the same thing. Instead, we'll go to Harmonic and we'll go to Lo-Fi. Again, just a stock Pro Tools plugin. We'll drag this back to, let's just say 48 or so, and then we'll just hit render. And it gives us the same effect, the same underwater Lo-Fi beat effect, but we didn't have to add any additional plugins. We don't have to take up any more processing. We don't have to play around with automation or anything like that. We can just use the Audio Suite to apply it to certain sections of our audio and keep it moving. So let's hear it.
Weighing me down, my flow so exquisite. I know that I'm slipping. It's all this depression that's slowing me down. I get convicted, I might get evicted. So close to a felony taking me out. But look at my hoes, look at my.
And so those kinds of things are gonna level you up and have you sounding professional really quickly, really easily, right? So there's one more I really want to show you. Let's go ahead and dive to one of these vocal channels, right? Let's find a good spot. Let's go back to this verse.
Bitch, she nothing but bad. Bad for my mental, but good for a shag. Bitch get to tweaking whenever she mad. Pussy too lethal, too lethal.
And real quick, let me show you guys for this A to Z setup right here. Remember, I was showing you guys the first thing. If you just some quick shortcuts. If you use the T button, you can zoom in. If you use R, you can zoom out. So it's really quickly to move. It's really quick to move around your session this way, rather than trying to come down here and use the little plus and minus things. Like it'll take you a year to just kind of, move things around when you could just, tap T and R and just move much more quickly within your sessions. So anyway, let's double back and find a little section so I can show you guys this other piece.
Leave it for grabs. Love is just something we equally lack. Don't leave it for.
Cool. So let's just say we want to get rid of this quick little breath right here, right? So let's highlight this section. What I'll do is go to the Audio Suite. I'll go to Noise Reduction. Now this is a different, this doesn't come with Pro Tools, but it's a noise reduction program. So plugin. This one's actually going to take off the noise, but I want to use a different one to just target the breaths. And so we'll go with the breath control here. And this is a great way to use noise reduction or a declipper or a breath control. I like to use the plugins within the Audio Suite rather than applying them as an insert, because you can get the effect, get it to do its intended purpose, and then you get it out of the way. We don't have to worry about it kind of taking up processing power, taking up an insert channel, anything like that. So we'll go with medium breath suppression. Let's hear the breath one more time before we take it out.
Don't do no.
And so the benefit of this is I can take the entire verse like this and just do it in one button, instead of like going through and finding each individual breath and cutting it out. And so this actually doesn't cut out the breaths, it attenuates them. So it turns them down so that they're still there in a lot of cases. Sometimes it removes them, but it's still there in a lot of cases, and it keeps it sounding natural. So let's hear what that sounds like.
Love is just something we equally lack. Don't do no kissing, I be from the back. If she not wife,
just those little things like cutting out those big heavy breaths are going to help you to sound more polished and more professional. Look, man, if you're a beginner, these are the tips I'm giving you guys week in and week out. And if you need a little bit more help, drop me a line down below. My name is BV and I'm here for you. Stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
Love is just something we equally lack. Don't do no kissing, I be from the back. If she not wifey, she calling me Jack. Most get it twice, then no calling me back. Look, pussy is pussy, it's meant to be had, and I'm not for the pressing. Look, I either smash or that bitch is dead to me. I got it dead.